watching CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym, Martin Bayer. We're in London here for the Kellie Maloney press conference. With me I have Tommy Gilmour. How are you, Tommy?
Very well.
Yeah?
Aye, yes.
Nice. Obviously you represent Gary Cornish. Can you explain to us the link up with Kellie Maloney in reference to Gary Cornish?
As Frank Maloney, Gary boxed in a number of his shows, and he was always dead keen, as you know. He's always been in the heavyweight scene and everything else, and his main sponsor, Tommy Pratt of Southwark Metals, they were looking to get involved and put some money in to help and promote a heavyweight. So when Kellie Maloney decided that he was re-emerging in the boxing scene, knowing that I managed Gary and so forth and that we're independents, he was happy to make the call and say, well, you know, is there anything that we can do, is there any business we can do together? And I've met Tommy and we've got his involvement. He's quite excited about getting involved with another potential heavyweight champion.
Obviously, when the first news broke about Frank Maloney becoming Kellie Maloney, it was, you know, national press everywhere, and everyone had their opinion about it, and people will still have their opinion about it considering Kellie's coming back into boxing. But you don't see that as any sort of issue why not to get involved? Public perception?
No, I think that I think that you know, I think we've got to take it in context here. You know, it's I'm looking for somebody that's got a boxing brain, that knows a bit about the heavyweight scene. Scotland's always been famous for flyweights, bantamweights, lightweights, that kind of stuff. We've never had a heavyweight champion, you know, and know that the passion that Kellie Maloney wanted to come in about. I was very non-judgmental, because that's the decision that was made by Frank to become Kellie is something only he could do it, and I don't think that anybody should overstep the mark by making, you know, have any great opinions. Whatever he's done for personal reasons, for courageous reasons. So all I'm interested in, what's his knowledge of boxing? It's his gender that's changed. Know his boxing brain, and that's the only thing that I was interested in.
I think we live in an era now where things are more accepted and within the public eye, and you know, this, what's happened from Frank to Kellie, it has happened, and I think, like I said, it's not really affecting anyone else's life apart from Kellie's herself, so it hasn't really got to do with anyone else.
Well, I think today's only the second time I've came in contact with Kellie, but I've talked to Maloney on a regular basis on the telephone, you know, so we speak about boxing, but the other side is a very personal thing, and it's something that I would neither want to comment or, you know, I think that she spoke today about being, you know, that the boxing world is, you know, there's no condemnation come out, and I think that from my point of view, all I'm interested in is the long-term opportunity and welfare for Gary Cornish.
You mentioned in the press conference, obviously, there's a potential fight there at some point with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's approaching his 11th fight on May the 9th, and that's a fight you'd love between him and Gary Cornish at some point.
See, at the end of the day, when you've been nurturing a boy, and remember, Gary Cornish is coming through, 9 amateur fights undefeated, 20 professional fights undefeated, and in this day and age, to get athletic-looking heavyweights who carry a 0, there is always the potential for that to happen. Everybody throws, because everybody's looking for the big opportunity for the big purse and so forth with Anthony Joshua. You know, I'd like, if and when it ever happens, if it does happen, then it's got to be for all the right reasons. You know, I've not spent 4 years trying to build Gary Cornish into a contender just for the sake of throwing him in at the deep end. I've got to put him in because we think that he can win it. We've got to put him in and make sure that the numbers rack up for him and everybody else. Yeah, I mean we've seen it in the past. I mean Barry Hearn done a great job with and getting a heavyweight title fight for Albert Sovnovsky, and it was against Klitschko. He didn't win it, but he got a chance for a heavyweight championship with the world and made a lot of money. And I think that's the thing with these big guys, 6'7", 18 stone, carry a 0. Then there's always an opportunity.
There's always been a lot of talk between a fight with Gary Cornish and Dillian Whyte. Is that a fight that appeals to you with Gary?
It wasn't so much. I mean, Dillian Whyte was out of the scene for quite a long period of time, and we were just still working away. Any fight can be made if there is potential and opportunity put on the table. I just didn't feel at this particular time, that there wasn't enough benefits in fighting Dillian Whyte at this particular time, as there might be at some time in the future.
Well, what will happen in the future, we shall see.
Absolutely, that's why they have tables so that we can sit down and see who can bring what to the table.
Absolutely. All right, Tommy Gilmour, listen, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll hopefully catch up with you soon.
Aye, sure, great, brilliant.
Thank you very much.